Master wouldn't do. I must say you're here sooner than expected.
In the name of the Galactic Senate of the Republic, you're under arrest, Chancellor.
Are you threatening me, Master Jedi?
The Senate will decide your fate.
I am the Senate.
If the mythic hero is a figure of freedom, the villain he faces often stands as a symbol of tyranny. That tradition is continued in the first 3 episodes of the Star Wars saga, which offer a dark drama of political intrigue and corruption.
Begin landing your troops.
Is that legal?
I will make it legal.
The story draws from more than myth and literature. It reflects a cycle in our own history. The fall of republics and the rise of dictators.
Hundreds of senators are now under the influence of a Sith Lord called Darth Sidious.
It's no longer just a small band of adventurers having fun in a dangerous place, but it's now grown into sort of a geopolitical meltdown. Order! It concerns itself with the corruption of government, with a government that is trying to seize power for itself.
I will be Chancellor.
And so generates these sort of artificial crises that it can then respond to. The threat from outside actually being generated from within.
Wipe them out. All of them.
At the center of the story is the scheming Darth Sidious. Disguised as the kindly Senator Palpatine, he uses the Republic's fears of rebellion and war to gradually seize absolute power.
We know what Lucas draws on a great deal, which is Germany in the 30s, which is the same animal.
Here, there's a very strong analogy. In Star Wars, you have a Chancellor, Palpatine, who wants extraordinary powers. Well, that's exactly what Chancellor Hitler requested in 1933, the so-called Enabling Act. Basically said, you can do pretty much anything you want. It's an emergency power, naturally, but of course, emergency powers rarely go away.
This is a crisis. The Senate must vote the Chancellor emergency powers. He can then approve the creation of an army.
Dictators always start out saying they're going to help the little guy. It's the big daddy. Here is this powerful person, and he is committed to taking care of me. And these powerful men who represent repression, dictatorship, and evil do have a charisma about them, the charisma of power. Saddam Hussein had terrific, what the military calls, command presence. Walked tall, upright, tended to dominate any landscape he occupied. His message was, follow me, and I'll take care of you. One can see the attraction.
Naboo's system has been invaded by the droid armies of the trade.
I object. There is no proof.
You really do see this theme. That is, you see government becoming very, very messy, very, very corrupt. And this goes back to the Roman Empire. Free societies, republics, do not collapse from without until they've destroyed themselves within. The morality necessary to support a free society, of a republic, has to erode.
And hand in hand in that, of course, in ancient Rome is the idea of corruption. The senators themselves growing more concerned with maintaining their own power, and the Senate sort of willing itself almost out of existence.
The Senate is expected to vote more executive powers to the Chancellor today. Be careful of your friend, Palpatine.
Lucas is showing us democracy is fragile. It can always be destroyed from within.
As my first act with this new authority, I will create a grand army of the Republic to counter the increasing threats of the